What's up guys, Rejinx back again, and this month I got so much news that I may never find the logout button. A Township Tale just put out its largest update of the year. Brace yourself for new gear in Orbus. Draconic Order is adding building and saving. Elysia is about to start kicking with a Kickstarter, and much more. Plus, Lacey takes another bite at News Bites. This is your VR MMO RPG news for August 2020. For thousands of years, man has feared getting lost in the depths of the forest. Now you can too in a Township Tale's latest patch, the Forest Update. I know in my first playthrough I lost my way, I lost my backpack, and I lost about 89 of my 90 frames per second. In this patch, VR, the team behind the PC VR game A Township Tale, added a huge new area to the game out past the camp in the plains behind the main town. In this new area, you will find the entrance to a procedurally generated forest area. And in that forest, you will find new enemies in both flora and fauna. Also new wood types for crafting, new plants for farming, new recipes for crafting, and new mine elevators for dying. Also in this patch, they made major changes to the inventory system and to how archery works in the game. I made a video of my thoughts about the patch after my first playthrough. I will link to that as well. When I made the video, the patch notes hadn't been released yet, so I got a couple of things wrong in it, but overall it gives you a feel for what's new in the game. Also, I will leave links to the full patch notes in the description. Another bit of news we got was where the game will be headed in the next big patch. On July 28th, the team put out a video talking about the many fixes that are being done for the forest as well as their future plans. Player houses will be the next big update. Players will be able to build their own personal housing. It will provide a safe place to store your items, as well as a place where you can customize furniture. The devs did hint that the spaces will be limited, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out on public servers. They also said that a lot of work will continue on the forest, both adding content and fixing bugs. It's fun to watch the devs build the game out in a similar way to how players build the town out in the game they've made.
Okay guys, these eggs have given us a lot of trouble in the past. It's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Oh my god, he just ran in. Save him! Oh gee, oh fuck. Give me divine intervention! Leroy, you were just stupid as hell.
After 2 years of messing around, Orbus is finally ready to take our hands and give us a long-term commitment. On July 8th, the developers of Orbus VR Reborn, the medieval fantasy-style VR MMO RPG for PC VR and Quest, put out a new blog post about the upcoming long-term missions that they are adding to the game. They said that their goal will be to add new missions that people can whittle away at over months, in between doing their normal daily, weekly, and story missions that are currently in the game. These new missions will require players to do things such as kill a couple thousand monsters over many different areas. They said the first set will include 5 missions. There will be one each for critter capture, harvesting, monster hunting, public events, and fishing. Then, as I was writing this, they put out another blog post explaining that they are finally adding equipment to our long empty wrist slots. In the August 4th update, they will be adding bracers. Bracers will be a unique piece of equipment because they will be tradable, they will only provide a buff when worn, and they will degrade over time. There will be 3 levels and 3 types of bracers. I will leave a link to the post so you can read the details. The devs also did a Q&A on the 22nd. A few highlights were that they do plan on having a beta before the Citadel raid drops later this year. They are working to fix the in-game voice and quest crashing problems, but they're hard. And finally, they posted the current vote on naming of the new island that is supposed to release at the end of the Explore the Realm event. And right now, Forgotten Isle is beating Revenant Reef 119 to 64. I demand a recount. I only first discovered Draconic Order VR last month. The VR survival / RPG MMO by Seek and Destroy Studios, which has a pre-alpha that is currently free to play right now on PC VR, and is already planning on moving to their next phase this coming month. Pandemonium, which is the main dev, said on July 7th that the next build of the game will include character saving and loading, which will signal the beginning of the alpha phase of testing. In a later post, he said that base building and crafting mats and the crafting table will also be added in the next build. I pressed him a little about when we should be expecting the next build to drop, and he said it should be sometime next month, possibly early August. If you would like to try Draconic Order VR, I will leave a link below to their Discord where you can download the latest build of the game.
Hell yeah. I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
After months of preparation, Elysia is about to start its Kickstarter. A couple weeks ago, during a normal Friday pre-alpha test, the guys over at Team 21 Studio announced that their fantasy VR MMO RPG Elysia was having a Kickstarter which should start August 10th. They said with the Kickstarter they're also dropping a new trailer with new information about the game. Also, they said everything seen in the trailer will be available to play during the following week's pre-alpha test for backers. That sounds pretty awesome considering the amount of work the team has managed to already add to the pre-alpha test in just the last month. I released a video of a test I participated in on July 17th. The big reveal of that test was the addition of a hand glider that they are working on. Then just 1 week later, Jason Sage posted a video on his channel of that week's test, and the word was completely different. The test added a simple inventory system and big changes to the environment. I actually really like the changes they made to the city. The new design makes it feel more like a real place. I will leave links to Jason's video in the description, and I will try to push out a video of the post-Kickstarter pre-alpha test. I am personally hoping we'll start getting class mechanics soon. On July 5th, Brian Carrillo, the developer behind the upcoming third-person VR MMO RPG project for PC VR and Quest, UnBoundedVR, gave us our first look at the starter town. He has named the town Exiles Town, which seems to hint that the story will revolve around the player being forcibly sent here from a distant land. Kinda cool. The only other tidbit I got this month was that one of the ways he found to add more possible spells to draw in-game was to make runes directional. Meaning, unlike other VR casting games to this point, in which you can start drawing your rune from any direction, in Unbounded VR, the direction you draw your spell changes what spell you will cast. He posted this picture as an example. It is looking more and more like drawing skills will be a big part of many VR MMOs going forward. I'm so screwed. Since the pre-alpha ended in May, VRMMORPG VR, the team behind the cyberpunk/anime VR MMORPG Zenith, has been pretty quiet. On June 9th, they posted a short video update about their progress over the last few weeks. They said they have expanded the world by multiple times larger than it was in the pre-alpha and have been working on both combat for players and new enemy attacks. They have added a melee damage dealing class called the Reaver, as well as a support mage class called the Arbiter. They also talked about a new world area called the Amorite Woods and showed off a new enemy from there.
Hey guys, it's Lacey and I'm back with your news bites. The team over at Project Elysium gives us a quick peek at their character creation. Never Dawn VR launched their website, newsletter, and showed off these cute target dummies. Sam Dosoff, the developers behind Archgate, tweeted out a few concept drawings. Rumors continue to circulate about the upcoming standalone Oculus headset, which may be the successor to the Oculus Quest. The Catwalk C's Kickstarter campaign ends after raising over $1.6 million, but some backers are complaining about hidden fees. This one's exciting. Ready Player 2, the sequel to my favorite VR MMO-based book, Ready Player 1, is available for pre-order right now and will be released in November. And remember, every great adventure starts with a single step, even if your character doesn't have legs.
Thanks, Lacey. And that's all the news I have for y'all this month. It's been amazing to watch all these different projects progress from just concepts into gameplay. And hopefully I'll have more gameplay for y'all than concepts as the months move forward. And speaking of progress, I just passed 900 subscribers, and I really appreciate all y'all for following me all these months. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like what I'm doing here, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And until my next video, I hope to see you in the metaverse.